Today is the first day of fall. It's September 22nd. I notice I haven't been complaining as much as in the past years. And I'm wondering why. And I'm thinking maybe it doesn't hurt as much because as the season is changing, I'm changing. And I'm not fighting against it. I don't like change. Unless I can change with it. Hi, I'm Mary Hood, and I'm here to give you a handful of hope. I searched for this handful like I searched for mint yesterday. The season is coming to an end. I handed it to my friend's niece at his door, and she asked me, "How is this still growing so beautiful?" I said, "I don't know. I really had to pick and choose. It's getting harder because some of it is passing." I read some more about Moses. I picked through it. I gathered some, threw some down. Lots went into my heart, not my hand. I've trespassed before and gone to where I didn't belong. I've learned a few things. So I put it all down and I went about my day and lived my life while I still was thinking about all I read. And a couple things happened. Someone who I haven't seen or heard of or heard from for a number of years messaged me and asked for advice. That was strange. I responded and a conversation started. Someone texted me and asked me to pray for his father, who was in the ICU. Immediately, I prayed. I prayed for healing and that their conversation would become fellowship. I never prayed those words before. Then later on that night, I had a strange dream. And no, I'm not a dreamer. But I dreamt my friend died, not his father. And I was so upset. How are we going to go on without him? I woke up later, this still on my mind, and I had to convince myself it wasn't true. It was just a dream. Yes, it was just a dream. Because it had been on my mind. I had been praying. In Numbers, it mentions Nadab and Abihu. They were two of Aaron's sons, Moses' nephews. It says that they disobeyed Moses and offered strange fire and died before the Lord. In chapter 12 of Numbers, I read about Miriam, Moses' sister. She spoke against Moses and questioned his authority to speak what God said. And the Lord struck her with leprosy. So I was thinking about the people closest to Moses who were not spared from God's discipline and wrath. Miriam was spared, but she suffered 7 days with leprosy and had to be quarantined. The boys, however, immediately died. I thought about this and I tried to imagine how Moses felt and how did he react. You know, we're not told. We aren't told everything. But I thought about how it says in the same verses, Moses was the most humble man on the face of the earth. When things that bring joy are side by side with things that are the closest to you that cause sorrow, and your conversation becomes fellowship with God, that is humility. Today is the first day of fall, but we still are in transition. I am in transition. I am watching a lot of new things appear from afar, while I am seeing a lot of things still struggling to survive. It hurts. I'm sorry, this handful hurts. I have to give it to you. But it heals too. I believe it can heal. Before Moses died on the mountain, by the way, the Lord told Moses why he was going to die. It's in chapter 32 of Deuteronomy, verse 51. Because you broke faith with me in the midst of the sons of Israel at the waters of Meribah Kadesh, in the wilderness of Zin, because you did not treat me as holy in the midst of the sons of Israel. For you shall see the land at a distance, but you shall not go there, into the land which I am giving the sons of Israel. But before he died, in chapter 34, verse 4, he said, well, in verse 1, and the Lord showed him all the land, Gilead as far as Dan, and all Naphtali, and the land of Ephraim and Manasseh, and all the land of Judah as far as the western sea, and the Negev and the plain in the valley of Jericho, the city of palm trees as far as Zoar. Then the Lord said to him, this is the land which I swore to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, saying, I will give it to your descendants. I have let you see it with your eyes, but you shall not go over there. So Moses, the servant of the Lord, died there in the land of Moab, according to the word of the Lord. God did show him the land from a distance. He was humble, but not perfect. His conversation became fellowship. Oswald Chambers said, whatever makes you different also makes you lonely. Why do we keep going? Why didn't Moses quit? I would have quit. I say I would have quit. All those people, his conversation became fellowship. That's what kept him going. The fellowship. Was far greater than the conversation and far exceedingly far above the pain. There was pain. I believe there was pain. Pain is a real thing. You know, once a gift is given, it's no longer in my hand. It's in yours. I can't tell you what to do with it. I can't give you a shirt and say, now wear this on Saturday. I can't give you a cake and tell you when to eat it. It's yours to do whatever you choose. You can throw it away, you can give it away, or you can hide it away. Or you can use it for what it's meant to be used for. It's not up to me anymore. still feel the tug of war in areas of my life. I'm still waiting for every conversation to become fellowship. The Apostle Paul said in Philippians 3:10 that I may know him and the power of his resurrection and the fellowship of his sufferings, being conformed to his death. We all want to know the power of resurrection. Do we want to know the suffering, the fellowship of his suffering? In Psalm 68:7, it says this, O God, when you went out before your people, when you marched through the wilderness, Selah, the earth quaked, the heavens poured down rain before God, the one of Sinai, before God, the God of Israel. Rain in abundance, O God, you shed abroad. You restored your inheritance as it languished. Our flock found a dwelling in it, in your goodness. O God, you provided for the needy. I'm sorry, it's a hard handful. It hurts. It hurts me too. Maybe next time I will tell you a little more about what I've wanted to tell you but haven't been able to. Maybe it will be my handful next time. We'll see. You have a nice day. Bye-bye.